Hello, thank you so much for booking a personal reading. I have your note open here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for your generous note. It really means the world to me, and I'm so happy that my readings apply to you and reach you on a personal level. It's like really the reason why I do them. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and dive into the cards. I actually want to use... Which card do I want to use for you? Let's just use the Everyday Witch cards. Ooh, I've never done this type of shuffling before. Strength. You could be a Leo, you could have Leo strongly in your chart, but there's something here about you kind of battling the odds and succeeding here, coming out as a winner, coming out as a champ, being able to battle out your like demons as well. My gosh. Everything that you've been through has only made you stronger, first of all. And I'm hearing that song like, doesn't kill you, makes you strong. Standing little tall, doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. Nine of Pentacles. For some reason, this Strength card battled out a lot of like negative energy, like opposing energy. I'm feeling this. A lot of backlash energy. Like, let's say you're trying to progress spiritually. Well, a lot of energies were against you, and you held on to your faith in the divine. You held on to yourself. You held on to your hat. You held on to... You even had assistance from your guides here. And that led you to the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost as if, like, whatever you're going through, like, stay the course. Keep steady. Have faith. Trust that it'll, like, the storm will kind of, you know, she's zapping it, you know, so you have control over this storm, baby. You know what I mean? Like, just stay steady. That's what I'm getting. And it'll be behind you, you know? You also you have help here from your guides. Like, you have ancestral support, angelic support. You have support. And this leads you to the Nine of Pentacles, someone who can support themselves. That's what I'm getting. So keep walking. You get success here. You get comfortable life here. You keep walking, you get a comfortable life. Ace of Cups. And you get love too? Yes, you do. You get self-love here. The universe teaches you self-love through inner battle. Wow. Wow. So the outcome of the Strength card is the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The universe teaches you self-love. Maybe not in the most nice way, but in the most necessary way, I'm getting. Because how do you fall in love with yourself unless you have gone through personal turmoil, right? How do you really appreciate who you are unless you have gone through walking your path without anybody to understand you, except you have a lion and a cat here, and you have a witch hat, you know? Like, you had to discover, oh my God, that you were the magic the whole time. That, like, this is who you are. You are powerful. Even if you are different, your difference makes you powerful. Your trials and tribulations, your difficulties made you who you are today. Because people will look at a witch hat and be like, that's weird, right? In modern day society. That's, you know, so that's why the Nine of Pentacles, like, she's more normal looking, right? But you found that you love your shadow, actually. You found that you love your relentless side. You found that you love this person that is, like, unwavering. This Ace of Cups overflows, and the doves in the back dance and rejoice. And the cat on the ground, you know, rejoices. and benefits from this overflow. And the environment you're in, forests, represent abundance, right? And nurturing. So yeah, here you have your brew. You can concoct like anything. You are the magic. I think a few years though had to be spent battling out your own like inner demons is what I'm getting. Wow. I also see the Emperor here. You are guided by, this is some sort of like spiritual energy or some sort of spiritual force or some sort of guru or teacher or guide or like parental figure or somebody that kept you sane. This could even be like religion with the Emperor. Scripture could have kept you like yeah, because here the Nine of Pentacles, she's reading like knowledge saved you. Thank you. Knowledge saved you and allowed for you to fall in love with your past, fall in love with your journey, fall in love with yourself here, fall in love with the process. I'm getting, wow, the stars, you're very connected to the stars. I'm also getting, crazy that I'm getting this, you knew, maybe you didn't know in this incarnation, but in another dimension you knew that you would achieve like, enlightenment, knowledge of self through the difficulty that you go through. So it's almost as if before you took birth, you were like, yeah. Or before like you actually lived this life, you were like, yeah, let me just like go through. Or before you actually like came down here, you were like, yeah, let me just go through the difficult stuff early in my life so that I can become like the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. Someone who knows them, someone who could be a teacher now. You could teach other people because of what you've gone through. You have that authority. You have that spark. You have that wisdom, that light, because it's literally, look at they both have hats and they're both like, and he's holding a staff, a wand there. You've always had the magic is what I'm getting. But yeah, it's almost as if you chose to awaken during this lifetime. So you had to go through some like crazy stuff in order to, Page of Pentacles, you had to be a student and the High Priestess. I cannot make this up. You know about things that other people don't know about. You know about the truth about human life. You know about, you could be someone who scries here. I'm also hearing you could be a wizard. Welcome, in a way. You could just be someone that like has Jupiter knowledge, like high wisdom. When I say Jupiter knowledge, it's like wisdom of the stars, wisdom of the Akashic records here. But with the Page of Pentacles, you have to go through like a student phase in order to you have to go through a learning period in order to become this like High Priestess and the Emperor, someone who could teach as well what they know esoterically. Someone who knows the laws of the universe and practices them. Also, before I actually saw the High Priestess card, something came in. Let me see if I can just go back to that, because when I saw the Page of Pentacles, even before that, something came in. Let me see if I can go back to it. Give me a second here. Yes. Okay. So I mentioned how knowledge saved you, right? So here, knowledge of self is what you learned. It's like you learn how you are the universe. In a way, you kind of learned how like you are God. You know that whole phenomena about you not being separate from God in any way? that's what you've learned. So you've reached a level of self-understanding that goes beyond like anything anyone else could have taught you. There we go. It's almost as if, this is so crazy, what I'm getting is, it's almost as if you were your own guide this whole time, and like you just didn't even realize it, but like you were your own from another dimension. I know we're getting really esoteric, but like from another time and space, you were your own chills. You were your own guide. Like you knew. Oh my god, I have chills. I'm getting like in another dimension, in another space and time, you knew the outcome of this struggle. You knew the outcome of this strength card. You knew the outcome of all of what your studies would bring you, your self-studying would bring you. You knew. Like, you go from the Page of Pentacles to the Emperor. Look at the correlation with these two cards, right? So here, you know nothing, and now you're sitting on your own throne, and you have like knowledge of light here. Crazy. Wow. This is another realm. This is giving me another realm where light and dark are one. See the candles? And oh my god, what is this, bro? I'm sorry. I'm getting too into your reading, but it's like a story or something about like many different characters, but they're all you. Like the seeker, and then eventually you study and you become from the fool, you become I know the fool's not here, but you become, learned, you become the emperor, then eventually you become the magician, it's like your phases, your personal journey is the most valuable thing. You have so much here to share, and I'm getting like, I think maybe you need somebody to remind you that it's not about anything other than you. Like, it's about your journey. It's so valuable. It's like across space and time, you've changed, the Akashic, with you going through this journey here, beginning with the Strength card, and then of course a lot of money comes from you stepping into your own self-love here. This could even be a book or multiple books. This could even be like a movie. I'm hearing box office. Like, if you sell the story of your life to like Disney, like that's what I'm getting, it can just pop off. The High Priestess card fell. Give me a second. I'm gonna have Dobby on sick leave. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like you knew, you like past and present and future, and you knew who you'd become. Even if you scry, I'm getting maybe you do scry, you'd be able to see the progression. Oh wow. Okay, if you do this, if you scry, go back in time and go back to a time in which you didn't know what the future would hold. See if you can like tell yourself what the future would hold. I was also getting something else. Hold on. It has to come back to me. See if you can, okay, within meditation, or if you scry, go back to a point in time in which you didn't know what the future would hold. See if you can kind of inhabit your consciousness at that time, and see if you can not predict, but because there's something here that you have, it's like a predictive ability, or like you have an ability to foretell things, or you have the ability, so if you just apply that now, then you can see what's going to happen next. You get what I'm saying? It's like a template, it's like a formula, okay? You have this, I'm getting. You may even not just be able to predict things here, but also you have the ability to create. So funny. I was looking at the cards and they were like, no peeking. I'm not peeking. I'm just looking. What else? Wow. Mystical. Interesting. I saw this card right before they told me not to peek, and then it comes out again. Ha! I knew that this was the right one. We have Knight of Cups here. So there is love with the self-love here, the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. There is love coming your way. The more that you love yourself, focus on yourself, and I'm getting even like do this publicly, there is love coming your way. And we have the Tower here, so this may even come in unexpectedly. If this is not actual romance, this is some kind of offer that like mirrors your self-worth and self-value. Okay, so that's coming in unexpectedly with the Tower. This is an offer or something that is like really beautiful. Really beautiful. And this Knight of Cups is flying across water to like give it to you. This could be like international love. That's a song by Pitbull. International love. Sorry. But with the Tower, it's like unexpectedly here. I'm also getting like burn bridges that do not give you what you desire or need or want. I'm also hearing burn the ships in order to give yourself the love that you deserve. Okay, 1717 when I said that. And like you will be fulfilled. We have the Nine of Cups here. You will be fulfilled. You will be in your harmony. There's water here again. You will be entering into a time here where you'll be able to feel this energy. You'll be able to feel either this is self-love or someone else's love towards you. But we have the Nine of Pentacles as well. I'm getting this is like basking in your own abundance, and Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, allowing yourself to kind of be happy with your progress and your journey and with your own abilities and with how far you've come, you know. And yeah, again, meditate and see if you can connect to yourself from different timelines, and because you have an ability here, so the message is to really hone your gifts and talents, because it'll give you more satisfaction in your life. And with the Tower, the Knight of Cups, and this card, that is like you realizing that you have a good life also. That's also like happiness out of nowhere, like sudden happiness, like sudden joy, like sudden self-recognition also, sudden wish fulfillment because of who you are and because of how far you've come. Okay, so that's what I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this personal reading. If you liked it, be sure to let me know via email. I'd love to hear what you thought. You went from the Strength card to like the best cards in the deck. You knew that this journey was like meant for you to go through. And now you have like, you're like overflowing with love, with unconditional love. I'm getting unconditional self-love, which turns into the Nine of Pentacles, which turns into, you know, stability, you know, having a stable life, having a good life, you know, and then also being able to fulfill your own wishes one by one, or at least have the universe fulfill them for you, you know. Beautiful. Congratulations on you. I'm so proud of you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. All of my love and support, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.